We want to welcome everyone to Mount Sinai. We're excited to have you all join the CARE program, and we hope you receive the best experience. My name is Ruth Mendivelso, onboarding specialist with the Department of Volunteer Services at Mount Sinai Hospital. My role is to support you throughout your onboarding process. Please remain on mute, and please hold off your questions until the end. These are the onboarding topics we'll be covering today: the VSys Live Portal account, the health clearance process, background screening, managing references, education modules, and last but not least, the Q&A portion. Everyone here should have access to their VSys Live Portal account. The web address is mountsinai.vsyslive.com, and I'm going to do a live presentation of logging in. So once you put the web address to your preferred browser, I'm going to click on existing user login. For the user ID, it will be your full email address and password that you created to submit your application. If you have any troubles logging in, please send us an email at volunteerdep@mountsinai.org. I'm going to log in to my test account. Once you're logged in, you will see a bunch of menu tabs on top and 2 checklists. So for now, the new on-site hybrid volunteer is your main onboarding checklist. And if you scroll, you have a second checklist right under, and it's called initial health clearance. The initial health clearance checklist, it is just for your reference only. It breaks down the health clearance requirements, and you could click on the link to get more information. So for example, if you click on physical exam, it will load a 1 PDF document. This PDF document is just for your reference. As shown here, it's for reference only. This is not the EHS non-employee clearance form. So please do not download or print or give this to your doctor to complete. It will be rejected. Again, the initial health clearance is just for your reference only. Scrolling back up, within your main checklist, you have a percentage bar. This percentage bar lets you know how far you have completed the onboarding process, and it's based on the requirements that has been approved and cleared. On top here in your homepage, you have menu tabs. Home, when you click home, it will bring you back to your checklist. Message, when you click on message, there is a request form for toxicology, and we will review that shortly. Upload health clearance documents is another navigation to upload your health forms. Manage my references. For the manage my references, when you click on that, you will have the ability to add, resend, or cancel a reference. And my uploaded documents, when you click on that, it will list all the documents you have uploaded to your VSys portal account and their statuses. So the statuses could vary. It could be pending, it could be approved, it could be rejected, it could be a duplicate or transferred. Also, in your checklist, once you start submitting documents or completing the requirements, it will be highlighted. So for example, when you upload the confidentiality statement, it will be highlighted in gray and it will say pending. If it's highlighted in yellow, that means the document that you have uploaded was reviewed and rejected. And you should have received an email from our office stating why it was rejected, and then you would have to correct the document and upload it again. When a requirement has been approved and cleared, the text will be in green and there will be a green box check mark. Now, we'll start with the first requirement, which is the health clearance and the most important. So you're going to click here for instructions. Once the page loads, you will have all the information you need for your health clearance process. The first step is to download the health forms, the official health forms. So you're going to click on the link, a new tab will open. The first 3 pages are further information and guidelines for the health clearance process. You will need to scroll down to page 4. Page 4, titled EHS Non-Employee Clearance Form, are the official Mount Sinai health forms. And it's 2 pages, so it will be page 4 and 5. So the EHS Non-Employee Clearance Form, you're going to complete the top section of the form. You're going to print your name, write your date of birth, phone number, email, the department you'll be volunteering, and you're going to check off volunteer. Then you're going to check off the location of where you're going to be volunteering, like which Mount Sinai Hospital. In this case, all care volunteers will be at Mount Sinai Hospital, so you're going to check off Mount Sinai Hospital. The clearance requirements are to be completed by your doctor or any health provider. There are 8 clearance requirements to complete, and it goes into the second page. For example, the physical exam, it says it must be within the past 12 months. That means that if you had a physical exam in the last 12 months, then you just put the date of that exam. If you did not have a physical exam in the last 12 months, then your doctor will need to provide a new physical exam and then write the new dates. For tuberculosis, you would either do 2 skin tests or the quantiferin gold. And if you test positive, you need to provide the documents proving that the TB is no longer active. So there will be the X-ray documents. Scrolling down to number 6, influenza, also known as the flu vaccine. Because your assignment will start after September 1st, per Mount Sinai policy, everyone needs to have the new flu vaccine after September 1st. So all care volunteers will need to provide the new flu vaccine documentation. Right now, the new flu vaccine is not available, but should be available sometime mid-August. That was the date last year. So you want to check in with your doctor, your school, your pharmacy, the clinics or urgent care for when the new flu vaccine is available, and provide the information for the new flu vaccine. You could either write it here on the form or you could upload it separately. Number 8, it's very important to make sure the doctor answers yes or no, because sometimes that's left blank, and if it's left blank, it will just delay the process. Lastly, make sure the doctor signs, dates, and stamp the form. The stamp is required. If there is no stamp, that will also delay the process. After the forms are returned back to you, please scan both pages as one PDF file, and you're going to return back to your VSys account to this page to upload the health forms. So you're going to scroll down and make sure the attachment type is EHS non-employee clearance form. Locate the saved PDF document from your device and click upload once. Avoid uploading the same document. It will also delay the process. And if you're uploading the new flu vaccine documentation separately, make sure to change the attachment type to flu vaccine documentation. And you see that it changed the attachment type. Locate the file and then click upload. Next in the health clearance process is the toxicology test. So everyone here should have received an email from our office with the Q passport. The subject line will be your drug screen Q passport, and the email contains instructions on how to schedule your toxicology test at a Quest diagnostic location. If you have not received this email and it's been more than 2 business days, please send a message within your VSys profile by selecting message and then toxicology. So if you haven't received the email and it's been more than 2 business days, You're gonna navigate over to the message menu tab and click on toxicology request form. And you're gonna request and submit it so that we will be notified and we will follow up with you. The toxicology email looks like this. Again, the subject line will be your drug screen Q passport. The body of the email will have the link and instructions on how to schedule your appointment, and attached to the email is the Q passport. The Q passport is very important. The Q passport has an expiration date, so pay attention to the expiration date. If it's past the expiration date, please let us know so we could reorder. But you want to get this done as soon as possible. Do not leave it the day before expiration date or last minute. At your scheduled appointment, you're going to bring with you the Q passport document because that's how the Quest staff will know that the service is free of charge, what panel to test you on, and that the results will be sent directly to Employee Health Services. Next is the OSHA questionnaire. It's a number 4. So not all the volunteers will be in the emergency department, but all care volunteers still needs to complete the OSHA questionnaire. The OSHA questionnaire is a self-assessment, and you're only going to complete questions 1 through 9. And the link is right here in number 4, so you're going to click on it. It's 2 pages. So again, it's a self-assessment. You're going to complete this to the best of your ability. And where it says to be signed by the physician examiner, you're going to leave that blank because Employee Health Services will complete this section after they've reviewed this. So you don't need to bring this document to your doctor. Only you as a volunteer complete this. So a lot of questions that we get is number 11, how to complete number 11. Just put NA. For you care volunteers, please put NA. So again, after you complete both pages, page 1 and 2, you're going to save page 1 and 2 as one PDF file and upload it by returning back to the health clearance instruction page. You're going to change the attachment type to EHS OSHA questionnaire, locate the document, and click upload once. Now, all of your health requirements will be reviewed by Employee Health Services. Employee Health Services are the nurses here in the Mount Sinai Hospital Health System. And it's a separate department. They will be reviewing your health forms, the toxicology results, and the OSHA questionnaire. They will review and approve it. And if it's approved, they will send our office the medical clearance, and then we will update your account with it. If anything is missing, or like say, for example, the stamp is missing, the flu is missing, the physical exam is expired, anything like that, Employee Health Services will contact you by email. And it's your responsibility to stay on top of it and provide them the missing information so that they can continue reviewing for your health clearance. Now, once you do upload your health forms, it will take about 2 weeks for them to review. So again, please do not leave to the last minute to upload your health forms or the OSHA form or get the flu vaccine or do the toxicology. Again, the health clearance process for all care volunteers includes the EHS non-employee clearance form. That's the only form that will be accepted. The new flu vaccine documentation. Once it becomes available, get it done. The toxicology screening at Quest. Once you have received that email, schedule your appointment. And the OSHA questionnaire form. Complete it now, upload it. These are the frequent asked questions for the medical clearance process. I submitted my health form, but notice the section is still marked as incomplete. Please note that it will take up to 2 to 3 weeks once a submitted health form is reviewed and approved by Employee Health Services. If you haven't received an update after 2 weeks uploading your health form, send us an email at volunteer@mountsinai.org so that we may follow up on your behalf. How do I get a Q passport? The Q passport will be sent via email with a list of instructions to schedule your appointment to your nearest Quest branch. Once you receive your Q passport, you have 1 month from that day you receive the email before it expires. So again, schedule your appointment as soon as possible. Do I have to submit the toxicology results to volunteer department or EHS? No. Quest Diagnostic will send the lab's results directly to Employee Health Services for the review. No further action needs to be taken. Also, remember, on your initial health clearance checklist, there's a toxicology section here. Some of the questions that we get a lot is that, oh, I completed the toxicology. It's been more than a few days. My checklist doesn't say complete for toxicology. Well, the answer is it will not say complete no matter if you did your toxicology first, because Employee Health Services needs your toxicology results, the health forms, and the OSHA questionnaire in order to review and approve it. Once we have your full health clearance, then everything related to health clearance requirement will be updated, okay? Next, resume. Everyone should have this requirement completed. After that is the corporate screening background check. So for the corporate screening background check, we're gonna click on the link. A new tab will load, and all the instructions are listed here. So you're going to click on the link. It will bring you to a different website, and it's the corporate screening website. It's going to ask you to enter the promotional code. You're going to return back to the corporate screening instructions in your VSys account to copy and paste the code. The code is located in number 2 after promotional code. You're going to paste the promotional code here and click continue. Sorry, that shouldn't have said invalid because of the space. Click continue. Now, you're going to create an account. So you're going to enter all your legal information. Please make sure it is your legal first name and legal last name. If it's different from your VSys profile, please send us an email at volunteerdep@mountsinai.org so that we could update it. After you have completed all the fields, you're going to click register, and then you're going to start the onboarding process. So we created a step-by-step guide. So it's here after number 4. Just click on the word here. And where we left off is in page 2, right here, where we created the account. The next step after that, you're going to start the process. It's going to ask you to consent and agree to terms and policies a few more times. So I'm just scrolling down to the part where you have to digitally sign your signature, which is here. You're going to draw your signature and click I agree. The next page will be to review and submit. So it will say, review one more time your personal information, and in the bottom it will say, this is how much it's going to cost. Well, please do not be alarmed. You will not be charged for your background check. So you will not be entering any personal payment information. It will be charged to Mount Sinai. Then you're going to click submit. And then after that, it will say, thank you for providing us with the necessary information to conduct a background check. And under my backgrounds, it should be in this orange bar color, letting you know that your background is in process. If it's in red, that means you have not submitted your background check. You have to click continue and then follow all the steps prior in order to submit your background check. If you have any issues with your background checks, please let us know by emailing us at volunteerdep@mountsinai.org. Here are some frequent asked questions. Is there a fee to complete the background screening? No, there is no fee. How long does it take for the background screening to complete? About 5 business days. And again, if you have any issues submitting the background screening or have any questions, email us. Once we receive the clearance for your background check, we will update your account and it will reflect to complete. Next, we have reference check. So with reference check, you could either click here on reference check or click manage my references. Both links will bring you to the same page. So for references, you need 2 references to be completed in order to pass this requirement. So once you click on either reference check or manage my references, it will list the references you have listed in your application, and it will let you know the result. So in the example here, both of my references are pending completion. That means my references did not complete the reference survey. So I want to resend the reference. So you're going to click on edit. You're going to check off resend reference and click save. And then that person will receive the email again. So you want to check in with your references to make sure that they got the email. They should also check the spam folder. If you want to add a new reference, you click on add new, enter all the information and click save. And again, make sure you are in contact with your references so they can complete it, because you need 2 references to be completed in order to pass the requirements. Next is the confidentiality statement. The confidentiality statement you're going to download by clicking on the link. The statement is 2 pages, so please read it carefully, page 1 and 2. And once you reach the bottom of page 2, you're going to print your name, you're going to sign it, you're going to date it, and for employer, you have to write Mount Sinai. Please do not write anything else or leave it blank. Please write Mount Sinai for employer. So after that is completed, you're going to save as a PDF file, page 1 and 2 together, and then upload it by returning to the confidentiality statement instruction page, and click upload. Now, again, it will be rejected if you leave it blank. It will be rejected if you write something else that is not Mount Sinai. And it will also be rejected if you only upload the second page. So make sure you upload both pages and you write Mount Sinai. Next is education materials. You have 6 to complete: fire and safety, code of conduct, HIPAA, emergency management, infection prevention, and our new training, sexual harassment. For each of these training, there's a quiz at the end. And the quiz will test you on what you read or what video or the video that you saw. At the end of the quiz, it will let you know if you pass or did not pass. If you pass, you click home, and then automatically the requirement will update to completed. If you did not pass, retake the quiz and retake it as many times until you pass. These trainings do take some time to complete, so please allow some time to complete them. It will take you more than an hour to complete. Last is the international personnel clearance requirement. If you are a U.S. citizen or green card holder, then you don't need to do anything for this requirement. If you are not a U.S. citizen or green card holder, then an immigration specialist from the International Personnel Department will reach out to you by email requesting documents to review. She will be reviewing and making the final decision if she gives approval for international personnel clearance. If she approves you for international personnel clearance, she will send the office the clearance and we will update your account. Please be on top on the email from international personnel, because though they get a lot of inquiries, you don't want your email to get buried. So once you receive the initial email, ask questions or follow up with concerns. And if you don't hear from international personnel in a few days, follow up again, CC us. We want to make sure you get cleared on time for this requirement. So that's about it on all the requirements in your new on-site hybrid volunteer checklist. Here's another screenshot of how it looks like when a training is completed. And now comes the fun stuff. When is all the onboarding requirements due? It is due August 23rd, 2004 at 11:59 p.m. Now, please do not leave to the last minute to submit the health forms or your background check, for example, because those takes time to be reviewed and approved. I know some of the questions will be, what if the flu vaccine is not available yet? If it's not available yet, we will be in contact with you. We'll let you know when we hear that it's available so that you could get it as soon as possible. But if for some reason the flu vaccine is not available by August 23rd, still upload your health form and the other requirements, and we will stay in communication when the flu vaccine is available. Again, you need to check in with your school, with your doctor, with the clinics, the pharmacies for when it becomes available. If it becomes available this same day, get it done this same day. Okay, we will be in communication about this. Again, deadline to complete all onboarding requirements is August 23rd. Next, on August 22nd, you will receive a third checklist that will appear on your VSys portal account, and it's titled Care Pre-Work Training. And I input a screenshot of how it will look like in your VSys portal account. It will be a third checklist. It will probably be on top of your new on-site hybrid checklist. And within this checklist, there are trainings to complete. This checklist is due by September 5th. So please make sure you complete this third checklist by September 5th. Now, everyone will receive more information about mandatory care trainings and orientation that will be both Zoom and in person by the end of today. Some of you have already received it. And they will be held in the week of September 9. That email will have more information when the Zoom training and in-person orientation will be held. If you have any questions about the program, if you have any concerns about your schedule, other commitments, uniform, please contact the care coordinators at care_volunteers@mountsinai.org. So I'm going to leave this on the screen for a few more seconds. Lastly, we have more ways for you to connect with us if you have further questions or concerns. The volunteers office email address is volunteerdeb@mountsinai.org. Care coordinators is care_volunteers@mountsinai.org. Our phone number is 212-241-0478. We do host daily Zoom office hours, Mondays to Fridays. No appointment needed. It's one-on-one personal assistance. Mondays, Wednesdays, and Fridays is from 10 to 11. Tuesdays and Thursdays is from 2 to 3. And if you have any health-related questions or concerns, you are welcome to email the nurses at Employee Health Services. Their email address is volunteerhealthforms@mountsinai.org. Thank you again for joining this info session. I hope it was very informative and that the onboarding process is now easier to understand and complete. Do not hesitate to contact us for more information. We are here to support and guide you and make sure you get cleared on time. Thank you again for joining.